Good morning, friends. This is Sai Vishuteja. Now, I am going to explain why we call it C. C seems a strange name for a programming language, but this strange sound language, is one of the most popular computer languages today because it is a structured, high-level, mission-independent language. It allows software developers to develop programs without worrying about the hardware platforms where they will be implemented. Yeah, C was introduced by Dennis Ritchie between 1969 and 1973. Before going to explain why we call it C, I want you to learn some basics. Some basic. I want you to know about some basic languages. First thing, algorithm. Simply remember like algorithm. That's it. It was introduced in 1960. It was the first computer language to use the structured programming. Carado Boom and Esther Dijkstra, and one more person is there, Giuseppe Jacopini, popularized the concept during 1960s. Subsequently, several languages were announced. In 1967, Martin Richards developed another language called PCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. Its full form is Basic Combined Programming Language. You have to remember this because in some competitions they will ask this. It was developed by Martin Richards. Uh, Now, another language called B by Ken Thompson. It was developed by Ken Thompson. There is no full form for this. They just call B because it was developed from BCPL. That's it. These two languages are called the typeless system programming languages. Basically, programming languages are of two types. There are typed system programming languages and typeless system programming languages. That's the concept somewhat deep to us. So let us just remember that BCPL and B are the typeless system programming languages. C was evolved from Algol, BCPL, and B by Dennis Ritchie at the Bell Laboratories in 1972. C uses many concepts from these languages and added the concept of data types and other powerful features. Since it was developed along the Unix operating system, it is strongly associated with Unix. The operating system, which was also developed at Bell Laboratories, was coded almost entirely in C. Unix is one of the most popular network operating systems in use today and heart of the internet data superhighway. For many years, C was used mainly in academic environments, but eventually, with the release of many C compilers for commercial use and increasing popularity of Unix, it began to gain widespread support among the computer professionals. Today, C is running under a variety of operating system and hardware platforms. During 1970s, C had evolved into what is now known as traditional C. In 1970s, the C which was invented is known as the traditional C. The language became more popular after publication of the book The Programming Language. This programming language book was published by Brian Kernighan and Dennis Ritchie in 1978. Actually, it was a traditional C, and in this book was so popular that the language came to be known as K and RC. The book became so much popular and get to get the name of K and RC among the programming community. The rapid growth of C led to the development of different versions of the language that were similar but often incompatible. This posed a several problems of system developers. To assure that the C language remains standard, in 1983, American National Standards Institute (ANSI) appointed a technical committee to define a standard for C. This committee approved a version of C in December 1989, which is known as ANSI C. It is also approved by Indian Standard Organization (ISO) in 1990. This version of C is also known as C89. We are using now this C. During 1990, C++, a language based on C, is also developed, and Java is also modified. Like this, so many programs give competition, so they upgraded the C and finally released C99. It was released by Standardization Committee. Yeah, this is the evolution of C. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Please subscribe this And to get more videos, now I'm to get more videos about C. Thank you for watching C Seekers.